Oh yeah, I am in misery. There ain't nobody who can comfort me. Oh yeah, why won't you answer me? The silence is slowly killing me. Oh yeah. You know how long I wanted to do that for? Welcome back to King-A-Thon. To the King-A-Thon. Today we are talking about misery, if you couldn't tell by the song. I was so bad the cops are coming for me. Well, I gotta hurry up and get this review done. So, um, this movie stars Kathy Bates and the late James Caan. It's directed by Rob Reiner. And it's about an author who has a car accident, ends up on the side of the road, ends up off the road in a snowstorm, found by this woman named Annie Wilkes, who takes care of him. Turns out he's an author. She's his number one fan, and she gets upset when she realizes what he's doing with his latest and final book in this book series that he's writing. So I want to say this is my first time watch. But it's one of those movies that, even though I've never seen it, I seem to know everything about it. I knew the setup. I knew why she goes nuts. I knew what she did with the sledgehammer. I knew it. I knew who directed it. I knew the actors. Everything. Not everything, but all that stuff. So there wasn't really anything surprising for me. But, yeah. So, the late James Caan plays Paul Sheldon. He's a writer who is writing what will be his last in this series of novels about a character whose name is Misery. It's like a double meaning here, because Misery is the name of his title character of his books, but also he is in misery the whole time he's in this movie, and you feel that misery. Because I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm like, I like the movie, but it's just the whole time, as soon as she starts to go nuts, it's just like, and there's even the scenes where they're being hospitable to each other, but you're just waiting for one of them to go, and it's usually her. There's this one scene in particular where he has set this up, where he has drugs, and he put them in her drink. So now you're waiting to see what will happen if she goes to get his drink, goes to take a drink. She goes to do that. They go to toast. He knocks over the candle, which, by the way, the candle gets knocked over. She puts it back up, and it's still lit. Nothing else set on fire. I don't think that's how that works, but okay. And she spilled her drink all over the place. So the drug thing kind of went out the window there, but and you could tell that he's lost hope at this point. She's like, we're like, the Shawshank Redemption was about having hope. This is about lost hope, and how you want to have hope, but you don't know. You think you've lost it, because he wakes up. She's saying all these things like, I'm gonna take care of you. I called the hospital. Once the storm settles, we can get you out of here. We can get you to the hospital. Blah blah blah. And then there's the scene where she goes to town. And he goes out and he tries to make a phone call because he realizes something else is going on here. And he goes to use the phone, and then he realizes it's just an outer shell. There's nothing underneath. And she's locked all the doors from the outside, which is not how doors work. Movies often use door locks for whatever they want them to do. Here's how doors work. You can lock them from the inside or the outside, but you could always unlock them from the outside. Always. Like if you're outside your apartment and you lost your keys, you're not getting in. But if you're in your apartment, you could just turn the thing and unlock it. I can do that. So it always baffles me in movies where it's like, oh, It only locks from the outside. No, it doesn't. It's also very confusing how she has all this setup, but it was an accident, right? I know she makes a comment like, it feels like I've been following you. I just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It feels like an accident, but also she could have caused it. I don't know. And then it's that slow build where you got it's normal thing. She's oh I want to. Here's a manuscript. Is that your new book? And he's like I don't want anyone to watch to read it. But then he lets her read it, and she starts like criticizing him about the language, which I guess is fair. And then she gets to what the ending is going to be. He's killing off this character because it's the last book. She freaks out. She burns his manuscript and say you have to start all the way over again. And I'm watching this. I'm going, why did you have to start all the way over? Why couldn't he just change the ending? Right? And Stephen King, this is far from the last time Stephen King would comment on a writer having a bad ending, which is a commentary on himself. He does this in It Chapter 2 about, he even has a line in the movie in his cameo, I didn't like the ending. You know, King has often been criticized for his bad endings. You know, but even a Shawshank Redemption, the movie, they changed the ending because they didn't like the way, or the producers didn't like the way it ended. But it wasn't far off from what we had. But anyway, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, like I wonder if that means this movie's gonna have a bad ending. It doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah. If there was one thing I didn't like, I mean, I was probably there at first. There's a subplot with the sheriff and his deputy, who is his wife, going around trying to find Paul. I don't feel that subplot has a good enough ending. I don't feel that has a satisfying enough ending to that. You have this guy searching for him the entire movie, and what does it lead to? And he shoots him with the shotgun. This leads to the final showdown between the two, but I just feel like I always hate it in movies where you have someone looking for someone and they find them, and it doesn't really add anything to the plot. I think maybe he can use the car to get away. I don't know. It cuts away after the big fight, but like, I don't know. I don't know. It also took a while for the hobbling scene because I thought she was going to figure out that he was up and about while she was gone, and that's when she was going to hobble him. But there's a few scenes in between there before she does that, and you can't look at that. There's no way. That's just no. It makes my toes tingle just thinking about that. Oh, no. Kathy Bates, she won the Oscar for this, rightfully so. In her speech, I heard her speech. She's like, I want to thank Jimmy Kahn, and I apologize for your ankles. So, yeah, that laugh. But they're both really good in this movie. I just feel that subplot with the sheriff, if it wasn't going to lead to anything, like, if this subplot wasn't going to actually mean anything by the end of it, I guess you could say it's works, but like, I don't know. He doesn't really do anything. I mean, his death sets up this climax, which he really just beats the hell out of her, you know. And it's a small issue. It's a little nitpick. But we go from, he beats the crap out of her. His ankles are still broken. He's stuck in his house. And we just cut to him meeting with his manager. And she's trying to talk him into, he's finished this last book. And now she's trying to talk him into writing a story about uh, um, about his experience. Then he thinks he sees uh, Annie, you know, as a you know as the waitress, but it's not her. Did another movie copy that? There was another movie, I swear. There's another movie about someone who was kidnapped and they beat their oppressor, and at the end, this person's having dinner with someone, and they think they see what was it? I'm trying to think. I can see it in my head, but I don't remember. I don't know what luck I'm gonna have looking it up, but I'll try to find. Um, how do I put it in here? Hostage movies. Hostage, held hostage, hostage. Everything is just hostage, hostage, high, kidnapped. There's the say a word. Um, movie with an ending that made that ends with character seeing killer but not really. Strange Darling. No. No, that. See no evil, sinister, frailty. None of this is adding up. Identity. Trap. Was it drop? No. But it's a hallucination. Scene. Oculus, monster, delirium, binocular, trap, prowler, fall, guy. I don't know what that's there. It's bugging me. It's gonna bug me. hallucination. I'm getting brain damage. Oh yeah, that is occasional. Driving me to hell is not a hallucination, but okay. I wish. The Shining. Franklin. I'm trying to think. What was it? Ends with character thinking villain. I mean, not killer, villain. Is still alive. Okay, I always spell villain wrong. Why does it always say that? At restaurant. Feed me. Waiting. No one lives. I swear there's another movie that does that. I don't remember what it was, but okay, let me try to suss this out, okay? Person is sitting there talking with someone, and they think they see the person that had them. Standing there, they freak out. Was it? Oh, what was that movie? Steven Soderbergh movie. Steven Soderbergh movie. Was it Unsane? Is that what it was? Unsane, she's having dinner with someone, a co-worker, right? Insane ending. Look at the ending scene. Yeah. Yeah, because she's having dinner with a friend, she thinks she sees him, and she grabs a knife, she goes over, and he's gone. So it's kind of like, I feel like that movie stole the ending from this, where he thinks that she's coming back that she's there, but it's not her. That's what it is. We want to get there, but yeah. Anything else to say? I guess. I'm sorry for taking so long to figure it out, but it was bugging me. I could have paused it, I guess, but yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. So come back tomorrow as I take a lesson in losing weight with thinner. Until then, what are your thoughts on Misery? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.